Hi guys, welcome back to this session on hyperlinks in Excel or any other spreadsheet software. Master hyperlinks in Excel. Complete guide, relative, absolute, and internal links. Recall hyperlinks on a web page. It is used to jump to any other web page that may reside on any web server. Hyperlinks in Excel. A hyperlink in Excel allows you to link to websites, other files, or even other locations within your spreadsheet. Think of it as a clickable shortcut to quickly access useful information. Hyperlinks in Excel allows one to create clickable links to external websites, other workbooks, specific cells, or even email addresses. They are useful for navigating between sheets, opening external files, or directing users to helpful resources online. Hyperlinks enhance the interactivity of your Excel workbook, making it easier for users to navigate. How to insert hyperlinks in Excel. Hyperlink to a web page. Step 1. Select the cell where you want the hyperlink. Step 2. Right-click the cell and choose Link, or press Ctrl+K. Step 3. In the Insert Hyperlink dialog box, enter the URL in the address field. Step 4. Enter the text to display, optional, otherwise the URL will be shown. Step 5. Click OK. Let's say, for example, if you want to create a hyperlink to Google in a cell, right-click Link. In the address field, enter https://www.google.com. In text to display, write Google search. Click OK. Hyperlink to another worksheet or cell in the same workbook. Step 1. Select the cell where you want the hyperlink. Step 2. Right-click the cell and choose Link. Step 3. In the Insert Hyperlink dialog box, on the left side, click Place in this document. Step 4. Select the worksheet and cell reference you want to link to. Step 5. Click OK. For example, to link to cell A1 in Sheet 2, right-click Link, choose Place in this document. Select Sheet 2 and type A1 in the Type the Cell reference field. Click OK. Hyperlink to an email address. Step 1. Select the cell where you want the hyperlink. Step 2. Right-click the cell and choose Link. Step 3. In the Insert Hyperlink dialog box on the left side, click Email address. Step 4. Type the email address and subject line, optional. Step 5. Click OK. Cell B1 has the text email support. Clicking the cell will open your email client with a new message addressed to support@example.com with the subject Customer Inquiry. One should configure the email client on system. Hyperlink to another workbook or file. Step 1. Select the cell where you want to hyperlink. Step 2. Right-click the cell and choose Link. Step 3. In the Insert Hyperlink dialog box, click Existing File or Web Page on the left. Step 4. Browse to the file you want to link to, or type the path to the file. Step 5. Click OK. Example. Cell A1 has the text Open Financial Report. Clicking the cell will open the file c:\users\documents\financialreport.xlsx. Now, let's practically observe how hyperlink works. We'll dive deep into hyperlinks in Excel, understanding what they are and how to create and use them effectively. We'll cover everything from linking to websites, files, internal cells, and the difference between relative and absolute hyperlinks. Let's get started. Next, right-click and choose Link. In the pop-up window, you can enter the URL of the website in the address field. A hyperlink in Excel allows you to link to websites, other files, or even other locations within your spreadsheet. Think of it as a clickable shortcut to quickly access useful information. Now I'll enter https://www.google.com as the address and type Google search in the text-to-display field. Hit OK, and we're done. Now when I click this cell, it opens Google in my web browser. Now when I click this cell, it opens Google in my web browser. Creating an internal hyperlink within the same workbook. To test it, let's add a new worksheet and named it the Summary Sheet. Next, let's link to another sheet in the same workbook. For example, I want to create a link in Sheet 1 that jumps to the Summary Sheet. Select the cell where you want the link, right-click, and choose Link again. But this time, instead of a website, we'll choose Place in this document. I'll select Summary from the list of sheets and type A1 as the cell reference. This means the link will take us to cell A1 in the summary sheet. Hit OK, and now we have an internal link. Make sure I'll select Summary from the list of sheets and type A1 as the cell reference. This means the link will take us to cell A1 in the summary sheet. Hit OK, and now we have an internal link. Observe that clicking on this link jumps to Summary Sheet. Now let's create backlink to jump back to Sheet 1 as follows. Same steps, however select now Sheet 1. Here it jumps back to Sheet 1. Creating a hyperlink to another file. Now, let's see how to link to another file. This is useful if you want to quickly access related documents. Select a cell, right-click, and choose Link again. Instead of typing a URL or choosing another sheet, click Existing File or Web Page. From here, you can browse for any file on your computer. Let's select Analytical Questions, the presentation file. I'll choose this Excel file and hit OK. Now this cell will open that file when clicked. Here is the link file open when Created Hyperlink is clicked. Finally, you can even create a hyperlink that opens an email. Right-click a cell, choose Link, and select Email Address from the options on the left. I'll type in the email address and subject line. Now, when I click this link, it will open my default email client with a new message ready to send. I'll type in the email address and subject line. Now, when I click this link, it will open my default email client with a new message ready to send. To use it successfully, one needs to configure the email client software on the system. To recap, we've covered how to create hyperlinks to websites, other files, internal sheets, and email addresses. Now that you know how to use hyperlinks in Excel, you can make your workbooks much more interactive and easier to navigate. Try these tips in your own spreadsheets and watch how much faster you can get things done. Let's talk about relative and absolute hyperlinks. A relative hyperlink is based on the location of the current file. If both the Excel file and the link file are moved to a different folder, the link still works. A relative hyperlink links to a location relative to the current file's location. This means if the workbook and the link files are moved together to another folder or drive, the hyperlink still works because it's based on the relative path between them. Example: if your Excel file is in C:\documents and you hyperlink to a file in the images folder in the same directory, C:\documents/images/photo.jpg, the hyperlink will still work if both folders are moved to another location, like D:\backup/documents/images. 2. Absolute hyperlinks. An absolute hyperlink contains the full path to the target file or location. If the files are moved to another folder, the link will break because the path is fixed. Example: if you hyperlink to a file like and later you move the file or Excel workbook to another folder, the hyperlink won't work. Relative and absolute hyperlinks in Excel. How to use a relative hyperlink. Ensure both the Excel file and the target file are stored in the same folder or subfolder structure. Insert a hyperlink without specifying the full path, just the file name or subfolder. How to use an absolute hyperlink. Insert the full path of the target file, ensuring that it won't change. Typically used when linking to files on a network or external servers. Key differences. Relative hyperlinks. Adapt if both files are moved together. Absolute hyperlinks. Stay fixed and can break if files are moved. Let's get back to our Excel workbook. Let's explore to the hyperlink to a file that is analytical questions presentation file. Let's talk about relative and absolute hyperlinks. A relative hyperlink is based on the location of the current file. If both the Excel file and the link file are moved to a different folder, the link still works. Here, both Excel workbook and the link file are in the same folder. Now both files are moved to a new folder named dtist. Let's open Excel workbook and check the hyperlink again. It works. See, I've moved both files to a new folder and the link still works. Now, let's move analytical questions file only to demo hyperlink folder. Now testing again the created hyperlink to a file. Oops, it fails. On the other hand, an absolute hyperlink contains the full file path. If the file is moved, the link breaks because it's looking for the file in the original location. As you can see, when I move the file without adjusting the link, the hyperlink is broken. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have any questions. See you in the next tutorial. Please do like and share the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you again. For details, also visit my blog. Link in description.